So in this video, we're going to do more word problems. This time we're going to have ones that involve inequalities. So you're going to have to look for keywords such as less than, or at most, at least, maximum of, minimum of, those type of things. Right? Those are the keywords to tell you which inequality sign to use. So for example, at least means greater than or equal to. It has to be at least, minimum, at the very minimum type of thing. So it has to be the smallest possible value or anything bigger. Okay, so greater than or equal to. Something like that, okay? So please look up for those keywords as you try these problems, all right? So we have number one over here. Tom wants to rent a truck for 2 days and pay no more than $300. How far can he drive the truck if the truck rental cost $49 a day plus 40 cents a mile? So go ahead and try this yourself first. All right, what you get? So this one, the keyword, I kind of emphasized it when I was reading the problem. No more than. So which inequality sign does that translate to? Should be less than or equal to 300. Something is less than or equal to 300. He doesn't want to pay any more than 300. At the very most, he wants to pay 300. So nothing bigger than it. So 300 is greater than or equal to some other value. Okay, so how much does it cost to rent the truck? Well, he wants to rent it for 2 days, and it's $49 a day. Okay, so remember the quantity equals rate times time. So the rate is $49 per day. The amount of time is 2 days, so the quantity, the amount of dollars is 49 times 2. And we have to add on 40 cents a mile, so 0.4. Let's call the number of miles x. All right, this is our inequality we set up, and now we solve it. So it'll be 0.4x is less than or equal to 300 minus, what is that? That is 98, right? So 0.4x is less than or equal to, that is 202. Okay, so maybe multiply by 10 on both sides first if you're not allowed a calculator, so you can get rid of the decimal. So 4x is less than or equal to 2020, and this is easy. X is less than or equal to 505. So he can drive the truck at most 505 miles. So this makes sense. The number of miles is less than or equal to 505. He can drive up to 505. Any more than that, he has to pay more than $300. So this inequality sign makes sense as well. That's how we interpret our answer. So the answer is B. All right. Number two, Tim has 140 paperback and hardcover copies in his bookshelf. If the hardcover copies do not exceed 1/6 the number of paperback copies, what is the minimum number of paperback copies in Tim's bookshelf? So go ahead and try this yourself first. All right, what was the keyword here? Does not exceed, do not exceed. So which sign is that? That is less than or equal to. So if we say H is the number of hardcover copies, does not exceed, so less than or equal to 1/6 the number of is multiplied paperback copies. So if I say the number of paperback copies is P, H is less than or equal to 1/6 P. And we know that they total, the H and P total 140. That's the total number of books he has, including both hardcover and paperback. So H plus P is 140. All right, so we want to solve for, what do we want to solve for? Paperback copies, P. So we want to plug in, maybe we want to write this as H is 140 minus P, and then plug this into there. So 140 minus P less than or equal to 1/6 P. All right, so 140 is less than or equal to, that's 7/6 P. So this is 140 times 6/7 less than or equal to P. All right, I'm going to transfer to over here because I ran out of space. So P is greater than or equal to, that is 70 times 6, that's 420. Clearly I did not do some math right, so I probably just did over here wrong. So, sorry, it's 20 times 6, so 120. Okay, so the answer is D. All right, and this matches. Minimum number, so it should be greater than or equal to at least 120. All right. Number 3, the number of students in a geometry class is 4/5 the number of students in a Spanish class. Total number of students in both classes does not exceed 54. What is the greatest possible number of students in the Spanish class? So go ahead and try this yourself first. All right, what did you get? The answer should have been A. So go ahead and try again if you did not get A. But now I'm going to solve it. Okay, so I'm going to let G be the number of students in geometry and S be the number of students in Spanish, okay? So the number of students in geometry is 4/5 the number of students in Spanish, okay? So that is G is equal to 4/5 S. Number of students in geometry, G is equal to 4/5 4/5 the number of students S. In Spanish, S. Okay? So, and this says the total number of students in both classes does not exceed 54. So it's G plus S does not exceed, so less than or equal to 54. All right? Now, they are asking what is the greatest possible number of students in Spanish. So I probably want to plug this into here. So 4/5 S plus S is less than or equal to 54. Okay, so this is 9/5 S less than or equal to 54. S is less than or equal to 54 times 5/9. So S is less than or equal to, that is 30. And exactly as I was saying, answer is A. Okay, 2 more. This is a free response now. At a sporting goods store, Jay paid $172 for a pair of shoes and a pair of pants. The pants cost less than 2/3 of what the shoes cost. What is the minimum price of the shoes to the nearest dollar? So go ahead and try this yourself first. Okay, did you get $104? That's what I got. So go ahead and try again if you did not. Otherwise, this is how I solved it. Let's see if you did it the same way as I did. So let's translate these sentences into equations or inequalities. J paid $172 for a pair of shoes and a pair of pants. So I'm going to say S is the shoes, P is the pants. So S plus P is $172. The pants cost less than 2/3 of what the shoes cost. So pants cost less than, that's right there, 2/3 of is multiplying what the shoes cost. Okay, this is my equation. There is my inequality. So I want to find the minimum price of the shoes. So I probably want to change this to S is equal to 172 minus P, and then plug this into here. So P is less than 2/3. S is 172 minus P. Okay, I'm going to distribute that 2/3. So what does that give me? That is 64 times 2. That's 128 minus 2/3 P. Okay. Let me double check that's correct. Actually, that doesn't seem correct. Okay. So this should be fine. Let me just multiply through on both sides to get rid of that fraction. 3P is less than 2 times 172 minus P. Okay, now I'm going to distribute this 2 to make my life easier. 3P less than, that is what? That is 344 minus 2P. Actually, let's back up. I'm solving for price of the shoes. So I'm solving for S. So let me rewrite this as P is 172 minus S, okay? Let me backtrack, sorry about that. Otherwise, I would be solving for an inequality with P, but I want the inequality of S. Okay, so maybe naming your variables better than I did because I got confused S and P because it's a pair of shoes. So I thought P was shoes as well. But anyway, okay, so let's restart. So 172 minus s is 2/3 s. Oops, this should be is less than 2/3 s. Sorry about the mess here. 172 is less than, that should be what? That is 5/3s. Okay, so then s is greater than 172 times 3/5. Okay, and what is that? Let me just use the calculator. 172 times 3 divided by 5. So s is greater than 103.2. They say to the nearest dollar, so round up, 104. Okay, you can't say 103 because it doesn't meet this inequality. So you have to round up to 104. Okay, now the last one. Ty earns $14 an hour working on weekdays and $21 an hour working on weekends. If he wants to make at least $600 by working a total of 36 hours in a week, to the nearest hour, at least how many hours does he need to work on the weekends? So go ahead and try this yourself. All right, did you get 14? That's what I got. So let's set up the inequality and the equation. So Ty earns $14 an hour working on weekdays and 21 on working on weekends. So if I say X is working on weekdays, Y is working on weekends. Okay, so 14X plus 21Y. He wants to make at least $600, so greater than or equal to 600. All right. And he only wants to work a total of 36 hours. So it would be X plus Y is 36. Okay, so it's asking at least how many hours does he need to work on the weekend. So I probably want to write this as X is 36 minus Y to be able to solve for Y directly. Okay, so plug this into there. 14, 36 minus Y plus 21y greater than or equal to 600. All right, so what is this? This is 300 plus 360 plus, what is that? Let me just write it out. Okay. That's 3. There we go, plus 21y greater than or equal to 600. Okay, so this is 420. That is, actually this should be 120. Does that look more right? 360 plus 120. I think that's right, 504 plus 21y greater than or equal to 600. 21y greater than or equal to, that is 96. Y is greater than or equal to 96 over 21. Oh, because we need a calculator anyway. So 96 divided by 21, that is, Y is greater than or equal to 4. Oh, back up. I forgot to distribute this. I'm like, this doesn't look right. Sorry for the math errors here. So this is, let me start over. So this is 504 minus 14y plus 21y greater than or equal to 600. All right. Now this is 7y greater than or equal to 96. So y greater than or equal to 96 over 7. So that is, what's 96 divided by 7? That is 13.7. So that's what I was saying. It should be 14 hours at least. So answer is 14. Okay, so sorry for the math errors here and there in the free response, but hopefully this was helpful for you, all right? If you struggled with these, then I would, of course, recommend trying some more problems after you figured out why you did not quite get it on these ones, all right? So please like and subscribe, as always, if you found it helpful. And the next video, it will be the chapter review, so it will be a bunch of miscellaneous word problems that I'll be going over. Okay, so please look out for that video.